Hello, Kinder Broncos. Welcome to Kinder Science. Today we're gonna look at Unit 8, Exploring Organisms and Environments. Our objective for today is living things, looking at their characteristics and their basic needs. We're also gonna be making two experiments. The first experiment is a sourdough starter. And our materials will be flour, water, a spoon, and a cup. We will also use a plastic container. A reminder that any materials that you use for your experiments, please ask your family first that it's okay for you to use them. If you look at this slice of bread, you see there are many bubbles in this slice of bread. We're going to make the starter that will later become the bread. We're going to put some flour in our plastic container. So we're gonna count as many as 6, but maybe even more. And we will need the help of an adult as we make our experiments. Place some tablespoons in the container. And then put your flour away and just keep the container. From the container, we're going to put 6 tablespoons of flour, just make sure that there's enough flour in each spoonful. You don't have to use a measuring spoon, just put 6 of those bigger spoons in your cup. Then put the lid on the container where you're gonna keep your flour that you're gonna use throughout the week. This process is gonna take about 10 days. Then get a cup of water and your spoon ready. You're going to put 6 tablespoons of water in your cup where you have the flour. Once you have the flour and the water in the cup, make sure that you mix them very well. Mix well so that there are no lumps in the mixture and until it has a thick consistency. Also bring down any mixture that attaches to the walls of the cup so that it all stays together. Once mixed, you will cover it loosely. You're gonna give it a stir in the morning, every morning for 10 days, and then in the evening you're going to discard half of the mixture, and then you're gonna feed it 3 tablespoons of flour and 3 tablespoons of water. Again, you're gonna mix very well and then cover it loosely. After 10 days, it's gonna look bubbly, just like Betsy, and it's gonna be ready to be used in breads. Remember, scientists observe and record. So now you can write one sentence, two sentences, or even several of the steps for this experiment in your journal. And tell your family what happened after 10 days. If you can, send us pictures. I can share a recipe for a bread that you can make with your starter. Now we're going to move on to our second experiment, the seedling bed. The materials we're going to use for this experiment are 1 egg carton, some soil, a few seeds, and water. I had some seeds at home, and today we're going to plant Texas bluebonnet seeds. But really you can also use seeds from the fruits that you're eating at home. Get your egg carton. Then get some soil in a cup so it's easier to fill out the egg carton. Make sure that the amount of soil is evened out so each cup is not too full. You can do that with your hands. Just remember to wash your hands after finishing with any experiment. It's a good idea to clean up the area so it doesn't get too muddy when we use the water. We're going to pour some water on each cup in preparation for our seeds. If your seeds come in an envelope, open it carefully and then place some of the seeds in your palm. This is a good time for you to talk with the adult that is helping you about how much time do you think or you're predicting that your seeds are going to take to come out. Place one seed on each cup so that your seed has enough space to grow once it starts coming out. Then you're going to place more soil on top of the seed, just a little bit, not too much. We don't want the cups to get too full, but when we put water next, the soil is going to compact some, so we need to make sure that it has plenty of water, soil. Now you want to place the seedling bed on top of an old magazine or some old newspaper if you have some, and put it close to a window. We don't want direct sunlight, but they will need some light, indirect light, to grow. And now Ms. Reyes has an important message for you.
Hi, Ms. Martinez's class. I hope you're doing well. Did you know that plants and humans are alike? We both stand tall. We have a crown on our head. Our limbs are attached to our trunks. We are also very unique and different. There are no two that are alike. We also need, as plants, we need food, water, and air to survive. And we also rely on each other. So let's do our part to our friends, our neighbors, our family. Stay inside, stay safe, wash our hands so we can stay healthy. Miss you. Bye.